Alrighty. Howdy neighbors and welcome back to Fear Bonding. Last time, we met our main guys. One who eats fear and one that bestows it. Love to see it. Anyway, let's continue. Good. This is better. I feel calmer. Let's just sleep for today while it lasts. It's been a few days since we've exchanged numbers. He always responds to my messages. But any time I try to make conversation a little flirtier, he sidesteps or ignores it. Hey, a friend zone first, dude. This is annoying. The breakup might have made him cautious about anything related to romance. Approaching him directly isn't working. Time to take another little risk. I still remember Miss Chirashi's address, so I decided to accidentally bump into her on my day off. Should be out of the hospital by now. She was able to clearly articulate her words when she broke up with Kosuke. So her fall on her head couldn't have left any long-term damage. Or maybe that she hit her head because she wants to break up with me. I walk around the area for a few hours. I didn't see her in the small supermarket nearby. We're waiting at the bus stop. Or she's not gone on vacation or something. While my feet need a rest, so I look for a place to sit down. Hey! When I find a bench, I realize there's already a woman sitting there. Lost in a fit of weak, trembling sobs. My luck must be impeccable. Are you alright? I offer the woman. Turns out to be Miss Shirashi. Tissues. She first holds up her hand to decline my offer. She sees I won't back down. She takes it and bows a little to thank me. After a few moments, she takes a deep breath. It looks like she's calmed down a little. Do you remember me? I am one of the paramedics who took you to the hospital. She studies my face with furrowed eyebrows, then lights up with recognition. Oh yeah! I'm so sorry, I think you mentioned your name. Hinata Kusumoto. If you don't want to, you don't have to answer. But why are you crying? Her gaze wanders to the ground as she clutches her arm, clearly uncomfortable. I know a nearby cafe where they serve good hot chocolate. Oh, cheers me up. Oh, my bad. I know a nearby cafe where they serve really good hot chocolate. That always cheers me up. How about we drink there? If you want to, we could talk. Otherwise, just enjoy the hot chocolate. You know what state I found you in before. And today I find you crying. I'm just worried. It's Shirashi. And I want to help. Venting to a stranger can be quite relieving. And after you have your drink, I will leave you alone. No, that would be too... I guess that would be too much. And just wait here for a second, Miss Shirashi. For your answer, I will look for a nearby vending machine and get a hot coffee can. I hope you can at least accept this. Oh, and get my business card and give it to her. You know, the state we found you in is quite something. I'm a little worried if everything is alright between you and your partner. If you ever need more information for a difficult domestic situation like yours, call me, and I could find you the right specialist to help you out. That obvious? I think I pushed the right buttons. I just see a lot on the job, Miss Shiraishi. It's all up to you if you want to accept. Okay, I guess going to a cafe is fine. There we go. I bring her to the cafe. We order and sit down with our piping hot drinks. And snacks, apparently. The steam rises as Miss Shiraishi warms her hands in the mug. I wait for her to talk. Today I just couldn't stay home. Too many memories of him there. But when I was outside and took the fresh air, it just broke down. And then you found me. Takes a sip, moving slightly as she frowns with closed eyes. The day you met us, I'd had enough. It was a late night wake up call, but last I realized it, at least. He could be sweet and caring, but he's also a very jealous man. At the point it becomes hard to keep friends. When you rely too much on one person, it can do a lot to you. Like taking a small piece of her fear, snack on while I listen to her. The fear isn't as intense as the day of the emergency call, but still delicious. I try to think if I can lead the conversation toward those suitcase triggers, still appearing caring. When do you think he started to change? Was there an event that set him off? She scratches her mug and goes through her memories. I think it started with small things. One time he was angry that I asked someone else for advice instead of him. He was sick at the time, I just wanted him to rest. I told him that he continued to be angry and less responsive for 3 days. Maybe he felt threatened when he realized she didn't need him as much as he thought. It would make sense for someone with such an intense fear of abandonment as him. And then it felt like I had to ask permission for everything. I wanted to go on a day trip with my friends. A day trip with female friends. Mind. It just felt stupid. I had to walk on eggshells all the time. At first, I just wanted to be peaceful between us. And then when I realized my friends asked me how I'd been in the last 2 months, that I realized there was something wrong. In the past, I'd regularly meet them for coffee or help them if I didn't have time or hadn't done that for a while. And it just escalated. I lowered my voice to the point of hurting you. I bit her lip and nodded. I tried to maintain a worried expression. It's a little difficult when I feel so elated from either your fear. How is it now between you two? I actually broke up with him. I only had the courage while I was in the hospital. I always had my finger on the call button for a nurse, just in case. That's amazing, Miss Shiraishi. How did he take it? I'm surprised he didn't message me as much. He just sent me a few messages to say I should send someone over to get my things. I think he was busy with something else? Or his pride is hurt? I don't know, I expected him to give me hell. Maybe I'm distracting him from thinking about her. Good sign for me. Have you told your friends about this? Hard. While I was going out with him, some of them said that he felt off, and others said he was very nice. I just can't bring myself to tell them the full extent of him. I think we had a short training course on the job about domestic violence. What did it say we should do? Don't beat yourself up. This isn't your fault. Her face crumbles into tears. She silently cries. She takes the tissue I offer. Her body's shaking from the sobs. I think with that I have earned her trust. I wonder how he felt for her. It doesn't look like I can ask her about that. For now, at least I understand he's a jealous, possessive. Just like anything, it implied that he is replaceable. I can work with that info. I wait for her to calm down. Entertain her with a little small talk as we finish our drink and say goodbye. Nada's apartment. Back at home, I mull over the things Mr. Reishi said. Well, it's useful info, with Kosuke ignoring my flirtation attempts. This could take a while. This is annoying. I miss you. When will you finally be mine? Stop giving me the cold shoulder. I grow nose through my phone at the wall. I'd go outside and freshen up. Stare at the people walking by, putting it neutral, tired or happy faces. They walk with friends or family. I grind my teeth at them all. Till I spot a little boy staring at a big dog waiting patiently before him. Boy's parents try to encourage their son to pet it. I could see his fear. Teeth and vicious eyes surrounding him. Probably never see this kid again. I decided to tease him by using one of my abilities. Making someone do the one thing they fear. Approach the thing that they're afraid of. I pointed my hand at him. Vision briefly shifts. A faint ring of gold encircles my pupils. The boy panics as his body moves on its own, approaching the dog. He screams while he pets it, and the parents and the dog owner hurriedly separate them. I laugh as I see the boy cry and the dog bark. Oh, that was some wonderful stress relief. Something else happened. I can use this ability only once per person, so I usually avoid resorting to it. But today I needed that. Guess we're back inside. Guess that's it. During the last few weeks, we are just skipping time. I was able to change Kosuke's mind about me by making myself seem dedicated and accepting his flaws. He's now open to my flirting, and we've gone on a few dates. I wonder when I can finally reap my harvest. Today at work, we were called to a house outside the city center. An elderly woman fell and couldn't stand on her own. A neighbor was visiting her and called us. We're now transporting her to a hospital, suspecting that she might have slipped a disc. As I fill out the form, I noticed her last name is the same as Kosuke's. Rima. I take a closer look at her facial features. Her eyes do seem similar to his. Maybe. But I distract from the pain. Some questions anyway. How are you feeling, Miss Urima? Oh, it does hurt, but I can manage until we arrive, young man. We'll do our best. You have a nice voice. Could you keep talking? It's quite calming. I can, if that will help. When I heard your last name, I was actually reminded of someone I know. That's so. I haven't met many others who carry the name Arima apart from relatives. Maybe you are related. His name is Kosuke Arima. Her eyes widen, and she chuckles, which makes her wince in pain. Oh, I guess laughing isn't good right now. Maybe you met my grandson then. What a small world. I was right, I can't believe it. I might actually be able to get better info on him. He's a little taller than me. Works as a psychologist and has a dog named Daisy. She smiles warmly at me. Could you tell me how he is lately? The boy hasn't called or visited much. He's doing well, Miss Arima. He cooks for me sometimes, and it is wonderful to spend time with him. It sounds like you are good friends. Actually, could you do me a favor? Can you kill that fucking man? I can try, madam. You see, when I talked to my son, I mean, Kosuke's father, he didn't mention Kosuke much. I'm worried they might have drifted apart. Her gaze softens. I love having Kosuke and his siblings over. They're my cute grandchildren after all. But I always felt like Kosuke was the clumsiest among them in communicating his needs. I can't always be there to be the bridge between them. So I would feel much better if you could help him reach out to his parents. Every child needs their parents' support after all, even as an adult. I fake an understanding smile, but I have a hard time following her reasoning. I was born in the middle of a battlefield hundreds of years ago, only guided by instincts and an agonizing hunger for fear. My birth brought the closer to being manifested into existence, so I never fully understood the bond between human parents and their children. I do logically understand that they care for their offspring to ensure their lineage survives, but the emotional bonding is hard to follow. She's still looking at me, like if she wants me to reassure her. I will see what I can do. Thank you, young man. After a while, we arrive at the hospital and safely transfer her to hospital staff. Let's see how Kosuke responds to the news after I'm done with the work today. Not a department. Then when I get back home, Kosuke is probably asleep, but I messaged him anyway. Hey, just got home and thought of you. Also, I met someone you know. I put the phone on the table and get myself an after-work beer while I wait. The refreshing sounds of a can opening and foam rising as I pour it into the glass relaxes me. I had nothing like opening a can of soda. After a few sips, I get a message back. Hey, handsome. Someone I know? It was an elderly lady living outside the center of the city, with the same last name as you. She's probably your grandma. Her full name is Honoka Arima. Oh wow, that's her. How'd you meet? Her neighbor called my work. Your grandma fell and couldn't move well, so she got a checkup in the hospital. She was in a little pain, but could speak well, so I don't think it's too serious. Wait, are you sure? This is a lot. She'll probably contact you or your parents soon. I told her I knew someone with the same last name, and we started talking. She's actually a little worried about you. That's just how she usually is. I want to ask him about his relationship with his parents. Should I do this? We change the subject. It's a bit of a risk, since he likes dedicated people. Your grandma is worried that you and your parents aren't keeping in touch. Is everything alright? Never reply as fast as before. I bite my nail, as I hope I have made a mistake in my approach. My parents are very matter-of-fact. Casual conversations aren't easy for them. That sounds complicated, I think. Act like a passionate human, Hinata. Your grandma really wants you guys to meet up. If that is difficult for you, I don't mind accompanying you to meet your parents. I don't know. I'm always there for you, Kosuke. And I am pretty serious about us. So if you need support, you can count on me. There. That should sound like the dedicated and loyal person Kosuke wants. You really are a blessing, Hinata. I need to think about this. But please know that this means a lot. I'm really happy we met. I make a little fist bump in the air. A perfect outcome. Satisfied, I go to bed. Kosuke calls me to his apartment on my next day off to talk to me in person about his parents. I think a few encouraging and fitting words and even a small tissue bag ready. I think that's all I need. I can't help but let my eyes wander to where Miss Shiraishi sat when we first met. Where a bloody towel pressed through her neck as I tasted the most delicious beer I'd ever eaten in my life. Kosuke guides me to the couch, and when we sit down, I lean onto him, took a strand of hair behind his ear as I hung, elated from the memory. Kosuke doesn't mind me touching him anymore. So, I'm here and all ears. Kosuke sighs and lays his forehead against mine. I think it's the first time opening up about this. But you've always shown that you care about me, so I think it's fine if it's with you. He then takes my hand and nuzzles his cheek into it. I'm a middle child of 3. I'm sorry. My older brother graduated from the highly regarded University of Tokyo. I graduated from Kyoto University. I don't know the hierarchy, but the fact that you were able to graduate is still very impressive. You was always a step ahead. While I don't think I'm doing bad as a psychologist, I've always felt lacking to my parents. Even if they don't fully say it, I can feel it. My younger sister may not have graduated from University of Tokyo, but she has her charm. She's ensnared our parents' hearts as a social butterfly. All in all, I guess I felt like I don't have a guaranteed place there compared to them. I think they also just might be a little afraid of me. I mean, do I seem intimidating? He slowly pushes me down, looking at me with cold eyes. I feel like the entrance to an endless abyss. His fear morphs into spiky arms and hands, complete with growing claws. Even though they can't physically touch me, they still try to dig into my arms. Kosuke, don't I always say that I'm here for you? What does that tell you? I smile at him, ecstatic from slowly eating his fear. I guess I'm not. At least toward you. He caresses my cheek as he smiles coldly. Don't want to read that line. Don't want to read that line. As if. I usually like being in control. But his fear, it's too much. His face and pull him down to kiss him. Ew! Let's stop this for now. Thank God! I want to type to my parents after all. I sit up as well and rest my chin on my hand. I do think that I react a little differently to some things compared to others. Maybe my parents have a hard time understanding why I do certain things. People usually tell me a version of their story, not leaving out details to seem intimate to them, or wouldn't be favorable to them. In Miss Shirashi's case, it felt more like she was trying to avoid remembering the scariest moments. In his case, either he truly doesn't understand what is too much for other people, or he doesn't want to scare me. But he did ask me if I find him intimidating. Isn't that a bit of a paradox? This is the first time I've tried so hard to understand a human. This is more difficult than I thought. Anyway, loyalty. That's what he... Oh! It's a test! I rest my head on his lap and smile. I am me, Kosuke. I am not your parent. I like being with you. His face crumbles and he looks away, embarrassed and sad. His fear shrinks. I gently hold his hand. So, you ready to face him with me? With the wrong voice? He nods, pulls me up and hugs me tightly. I feel something wet on my shoulder. Oh. Is he crying? I pat his back and smile. I will gladly take over your heart, my little hunting dog. On our nice day off, we visit his parents. They live in a house built in a Japanese style, complete with its own little garden. Outside, they have a car and some bicycles, probably from when Kosuke and his siblings were younger and still lived at home. Welcome. I brought some sweet, polite gesture to his parents. I noticed them exchange nervous looks when Kosuke approaches them, but they soon act like they're happy to see them. They continue to act polite and welcoming, but the tension doesn't quite leave. Just when I thought we would sit together and eat sweets with tea, Kosuke turns to me. I'm gonna have a longer talk with my parents to catch up with them. You can wait in my old room. I lower my voice. I came all the way to your parents' house. There's no meaning if I leave you now. It gives me a genuine smile. It's alright, we just need to discuss some things. Left with no other choice, I follow him to his old room on the second floor. His room has wooden support beams on the walls and tatami mats on the floor. I like that his Game Boy is on a display shelf. I like that a lot. On them, there's a single bed, a wooden frame on the left, and a polished wooden study desk with high school math books in the right corner. Some open shelves near the door, and little gadgets like an older handheld game console resting on them. Next to them are old game cartridges, and manga volumes neatly organized. Two sliding doors on one wall indicate a built-in closet. Maybe it's an old one in which you store futon, or a newer one to hang clothes in. Do whatever you like. You can read manga if you want. I have the classic Dash Dunk. I'll be right back. Now, what should I look at? Oh, there are so many things. I'm gonna have to end this episode here, but I appreciate it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.